This morning when my alarm went off, I listened to a voice. And this is the voice that I don't really hear that often anymore, but it got me this morning. And this voice told me just to get up, press that alarm, and then go back to sleep. And I did what this voice said. I listened to it without question, and I went back to sleep. Then I woke up at 7:30, got on to work, and I felt like shit. Even though yesterday was a good day and it was productive, I made a lot of progress actually, didn't matter. That voice destroyed any positive emotion that I had. That's because I know who it was that was talking to me that morning. It was that parasitic virus of a voice. This voice has only one job, and I will tell you very clearly what that is. The only thing this voice cares about is your demise. As long as you don't reach your potential, you will make this parasite happy. It is a virus in your brain that's been installed. And it will keep thriving. If you can do your 100% but you only get to 98, he will be happy. And the other thing is, this virus only comes for you when you're weak. When I woke up in the morning, my frontal brain, the brain that's conscious and making those decisions, is weak. It's not really that switched on. So he tried to attack me then. When I used to watch porn, it would be at night time, when I've done everything for the day and I got into bed. And that's when that voice would speak. Where's that voice when I'm in MMA, sparring a guy who's 6 foot? Where's that voice when I'm recording a video? Where's that voice when I'm doing meaningful work? It doesn't come for me then, because my mind is in a certain place of positivity and productivity. But here's the thing that you should be worried about. If every day you're doing things below your potential and you don't even realise it, it's because the voice that's speaking to you majority of the time is that parasite. And we all know the law of opposites. The only way to understand one extreme is to see the opposite. The only way you see rich is if you see poor. The only way you see tall is if you see short. The only reference point you have is that parasite. Because you've never experienced positive self-talk and pushing yourself beyond your limits, you don't know that it's just a parasite that's speaking in your mind. Every time you skip a workout, that parasite's laughing at you. That voice is laughing at you. Every time you pick up that pack of crisps and you snack, he's happy that you're not fueling yourself. Every time you pick up your phone instead of reading a book, he's happy. It's thriving off of the fact that it's eating away your life force and you're not doing anything about it. See, there's a quote, I don't know who said it, but it was the best trick the devil ever pulled, was to convince the world it didn't exist. You might be sat there with 20, 30 grand, 40 grand, 50 grand, 60 grand. You might even be a millionaire. But there'll still be that voice in your mind that tells you, just stop here. You've got your money, so what's the point of looking after your health? You've done this, so there's no need to do that. Just conform. Just relax now. And if you constantly listen to that voice, then that's all you're going to be listening to for the rest of your life. And for 3 years, when I was at university, I had no other reference point. So I listened to that voice, I drank, I smoked. All I wanted to do was attract women, and I just made that my number one focus in my life. And when that didn't happen for me, I felt negative. And that voice kept on telling me more, it kept on feeding me more and more and more, till I got to a bout of depression. And it was so heavy and so intense that I had to make a change. Now that's when I flipped my switch. I remember exactly, I was on the quayside, and I was sat there with my headphones on, and I just wanted the world to swallow me up. I just imagined a life where I wasn't even born. Like, everything would be easier if I didn't have to experience this. The world had too much responsibility. That's because I never experienced the other side of the coin. The voice of the warrior. The voice of constantly striving to be your best. Of overcoming hurdles again and again. The voice of resilience and persistence and productivity and strength. And that could mean that you've got nothing. It could mean you've got £0. It could mean you've got your worst physique. It could mean you're in the worst relationship that you've got, but you still have that mentality of progress. That's what I define as a winner. Doesn't matter if you've got 100k in the bank or £1,000 in the bank, you're still trying to progress. You understand that there's a level of your life that you can improve which will actually benefit society as well in the end. That's the sort of voice that you should be striving to listen to, and it all starts with the self first. That voice doesn't want you to master your mind. It doesn't want you to master yourself. That's all it. In order to make a difference in the world, the first step that we have to do is master yourself. That is it. And if you listen to that voice again and again, you are not in control, bro. Now, I wish someone had told me this when I was younger, because I would have recognised, oh shit, that's the voice coming up. It's there, it speaks to you every day. Just listen to yourself. You will have these moments in your day, so clear and so precise once you've watched this video. And it will come to you. It will come to you in moments of weakness. And it will literally tell you, right, just don't do it. It's fine, don't do it. It'll tell you this, right? This is exactly what it will say. You've got enough already. So it's fine. You don't need to do it. Like yesterday, my mind told me I went to MMA last night. It was a good session. So it's fine, just train the day after instead. You will keep coming up with excuses again and again. Ones that make it seem rational and reasonable, but you just cannot listen to it, bro. It will lead. Remember, the voice only cares about you not reaching your potential. That is it. And imagine if 1 million men just did that. We just think as individuals, but what if every single guy listened to their voice? Who would make the progress in society? Who would solve the issues? Who would bring other men up if everyone just succumbed to that voice? If I listened to that voice, I would not be making these videos. Now, inshallah, hopefully some people out there are resonating with the message and learning something and even improving their own lives, God willing. But just imagine that if I listened to my voice, I would not be making those videos. In the same way, all this technology around us, all the good things that have happened, the wars and the fights, everything that we're protected from, that's because of certain individuals and certain men who destroyed that voice in their mind and went to the side of good. Now, if you're on the other side and you're listening to that voice, just understand that you are being carried by society. You do the basic minimum that you need to do just to survive, and you let everyone else do the rest. Now, it's up to you what bucket you want to be in, what category of man you want to be. But I've made my decision. And even the fact that I feel this emotional about listening to that voice once in the day shows to me, alhamdulillah, that I'm on the right track. Now I want you to take note of this. Every time this voice comes, it will be the voice of weakness, the voice of giving up, the voice of resentment, the voice of isolation, the voice of choosing the instant gratification path. These are all the voices of that parasite. And if you do it again and again, that's all you're going to hear. You're going to think that's normal. But I'm telling you, there's not. There's another voice that will literally tell you, get up and work out. Give it your best. Don't ever settle for something that you're not worth. Always strive for greatness. Now, you're probably thinking that voice doesn't even exist. I've never even heard of that voice before. But I'm telling you, it can be there. And it can be a driving force in your life if you let it. But this video wasn't planned. I don't even know if you probably watched all of it, but it doesn't matter. It was something that was nagging me and I had to get it out. But you know my message, bro. Keep building, keep progressing, and I'll catch you in the next one.